Hello everyone, this is the Book Corner and I am back with another video. So this is going to be the last video that I'm going to be doing. I'm currently, as most people know, I am going through The Prom Queen and I'm on chapter 3, which shows like how much time has passed. I want to talk a little bit about my experience coming back to a physical bookstore after 3 years, or almost 3 years of being like away from one. So a couple of months ago I went back to there because I wanted to get my little Harry Potter, well, not really, I saw this and I saw the little clothes. I'm like, oh, it's so cute. Yes. So yeah, but anyways, so I took a lift to where I was going, and I'm gonna say something. Going way out there, so I don't have a car, so I am very limited on like where I can go. We did have a used bookstore, but that doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, the only bookstore that I'm even nearby is Myers, and they have a really good, I wouldn't say, I'll say they have a good little book area. Not super good, but they do have a good book area, and I do buy a couple books from them, and all that. So yeah, so I went out to Barnes and Noble, and I mentioned in my previous video that we have a porch pirate that is stealing people's packages, like opening them up and then putting them back without the item inside. Hence why tomorrow I'm staying here for whatever amount of time, so that so that my brother doesn't miss his package and doesn't get his package stolen. So yeah, so I went to Barnes and Noble. That's where the Lyft driver dropped me off. He didn't drop me off in front of Build-A-Bear. He dropped me off in front of Barnes & Noble. And I went in there and I discovered from one of the workers that they had been open during the pandemic, but it was more of like, you know, curbside delivery. So, sorry. So I went there and I found a LGBT friendly comic, or like graphic novel called Magical Boy, and I had saw this at Myers, and I was thinking, because I have a trans co-worker, that I was like, wow, this looks like something that he would like. So I went and I got him Magical Boy, and he ate it up. He loved it. He loved everything about it. I love the fact the villain is stupid. It's just like every other anime, manga villain. It's stupid. I mean, at the end of the day, they get defeated, which is awesome. So he ended up getting the volume 2 of it from, I believe, Barnes & Noble or Amazon, one of the two places. But while I was there, I made a comment about librarians, about how they sometimes act like they have no clue what you're talking about, when in reality they should have known. So R.L. Stine, for a brief period of time, came back to Fear Street, which was so awesome. And I was trying to find the Fear Street books that he had brought out. And I was told by the librarian that R.L. Stine no longer writes Fear Street. I said, well, yes, he does, because Amazon's got his books. And all those are reprints of his older books. Seriously, can you possibly just go on Amazon? So, I mean, there's no excuse to why you would be illiterate in what you do for a living. So they did have a couple of them, and I do intend to go back there and pick them up I know I've got a lot of Fear Street books to go through, and I have not read them like I've been wanting to. But it was just one of those weird things that, you go to like Barnes and Noble and you say, well, this is what the cover looks like. This is about a trans boy who's a long line of magical girls, and I'm trying to find it for my friend. Sure enough, 5 seconds they pulled it up and found it. It was in the graphic novel section, which I'm going to say, it was awesome. They had so many titles I wanted, so I wanted to spend so much money there, but I couldn't, because then I had to take the lift back and I have these big bags of books and be like, yeah. So, because we got a porch pirate, and I can't stand these people, and I told my friend at work, I got to order, I can't order books off of Amazon because of the porch pirate. So now it's like, okay, I'm going to go to, there's a bookstore / music / something. I'm going to go over there, and I am going to see if they have any of the Fear Street books, so I don't have to go out to Barnes & Noble. But if I have to go out to Barnes & Noble, I have to go out to Barnes & Noble. So, but because of the Porch Pirate, I am definitely going to be buying like one Fear Street book, just so that my packages aren't like, like a lure of, of this idiot. So yeah, so I just it's like, yeah, so it's like, you go to Barnes & Noble, so many books that came out the last 3 years that I never saw in my life, and it was just so amazing to be able to go into a bookstore. I went into a bookstore last year. I went into Books A Million, and I had never been inside Books A Million in my life, and it was absolutely wonderful. And I did buy a couple of mystery books that I really haven't yet dived into, but I will dive into them. So yeah, they just had a whole bunch of different kinds of books, and I was very happy to have them. So yeah, so I'll see you guys around. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Bye.